Hello, everyone. Welcome to this week's edition of Barely Necessities, laughingplace.com's live discussion of Disney merchandise. Rebecca and I are here. We're both Rebeccas. Are here to discuss some Disney merchandise. I just got back from Tokyo Disney Resort. Had a blast. It was my first time since Tokyo Disney Sea. I know you've been there, Becca. How long has it been for you since you've visited over there?
I think it was 2019 was when I was there.
So just a few years ago. Waterworld Danny saying hello. Thanks for stopping by. Yeah, my husband saying Tokyo. Yeah, we just got back. So I am a little bit what shall we say, jet lagged. So Becca, I'm going to be leaning heavy on your well-crafted notes today. We're starting off with, I'll talk a little bit about my trip at the end, but we're starting off with Toy Story.
Yes, Toy Story, the original Toy Story film is turning 30 this year. And so there are many, many different retailers who are celebrating this milestone anniversary with new collections. And I also want to point out Toy Story 3 is turning 15, which is crazy to me. That's just absolutely insane. Anyway, this is over at Box Lunch. They just have a Toy Story collection. Like you can see there, we've got the Pizza Planet baseball cap. I love it because it looks like it could be a team hat or like a hat that you would wear at Pizza Planet if you were an employee. So it's super, super fun. Okay, some of this stuff I do not like, but that's the beauty of having multiple collections from multiple retailers and different anniversaries is that something's going to come up that is going to speak to you. So a lot of the stuff on here, I'm not a big fan of, but
it's interesting variety of things. You've got some cosplay type items. Then you've also got, air fresheners. You've got the typical all over print. So yeah, a nice collection, like you were saying, a nice variety depending on what your particular interest is within the Toy Story franchise. I'm a fan of the little green men, so the little aliens. So that's kind of what I'm always scouting out for. Where do you lie when it comes to the Toy Story franchise? What character grabs you, Becca?
Yeah, that's a good question. I hadn't really thought about it. I guess I like Rex a lot because I can relate to him, right? Like I've definitely been like, oh my goodness, the world is just, what are we gonna do? I can be that nervous Rex.
I was gonna say, I see they also are leaning into that baseball jersey phenomenon that we're seeing. Here it's kind of a cosplay, a Buzz Lightyear cosplay, but in that baseball jersey format. Then you have the number on the back. So yeah, like a nice variety for the Toy Story fans, kind of reaching in and giving you whatever particular character or type of item you're looking for. You'll find it from Box Lunch and other retailers. So we've got a roundup on Laughing Place. We'll have a link below for you. Next up, we're going to look at some items coming in celebration of the Disney Destiny. Oh man, okay, there's a lot here I like, Becca.
Yes. It's a pretty good collection.
I like the bold colors. I like this leaning into the gold. With the recent anniversary, we saw a lot of silver. So I noticed that one of the items within the collection for the inaugural sailings is going to be kind of a gold representation of the new cruise ship. So I like that that's something different from what we had seen last season. They're really leaning into the superhero motif here. So you've got kind of bold like shields and like here with the band of the hip bag, which I find interesting, worn over the shoulder, by the way.
Yeah, I feel like a lot of people it's that fanny pack style that has received its glow up, and it's a little bit more fashionable now. It's not quite so touristy, and I feel like a lot of people have been like, okay, we're calling it a hip pack. I'm not wearing it around my waist. I'm going to wear it across my body, and it's easier to access. Totally. I don't know. More of a fashion statement.
Leaning in with this gold and black. I know that Black Panther is going to be featured in the atrium, and so this for me has kind of a bit of a Wakanda vibe to it. The patterning on the belt there. Once again, lots of boldness, lots of heroic imagery. Yeah. Mickey even has a bit of an intense expression himself in the plush.
He does, and I think he looks kind of like a Disney prince, but he also looks like Thor.
Yes.
And I'm getting kind of a Captain Marvel and or Ms. Marvel vibe from Minnie Mouse. So
agreed.
I'm kind of digging this though.
Yeah, he has a bit of a hero vibe going Mickey here with that,
which makes sense.
Almost impish smile, but I'm not somewhat suave, maybe a little smolder going.
Yeah.
going on.
Yeah, he's doing a lot of work in just these two images that we looked at.
Exactly. So these are all coming in celebration of the Destiny. Currently, our expectation is we'll see a few of these pop up at Disney Store, but based on previous patterns. But mostly these are if you're going to be aboard the Disney Destiny during her. Oh, they got the Stern art represented on the Spirit jersey here.
Yes.
Spider-Man.
Yeah, and it's that Spirit jersey, like I like that Destiny fits between the shoulders. Like I like the size that they went with. It's not too big, but it's also not too small. Like they did a really, really good job with the sizing.
Nice sweet spot there. And there you see it. So if you want to see the full collection that we have in the article, we'll have the link below. Continuing with destinations outside of the US, we're moving over to Hong Kong.
Yes,
it's Duffy and Friends for the 20th, huh?
I know. Yeah, 20 years of Hong Kong Disneyland, which is also kind of insane. Lots of merchandise, lots of colorful merchandise. And I feel like a lot of the Asian parks are very, like, there's a bigger emphasis on, like, the characters and the cuteness of the characters. You can see even with these ear headbands, like, we've had fun ear headbands here, but I don't see people wearing something like the Cookie Ann ears or the Lena Bell, right?
It's beginning to pop up more and more. Just recently, I saw Lady. It was Lady ears, so it's like the fluffy Cocker Spaniel ears. And then the bow was the same color as her collar. So it's beginning to filter over here, but far more. That was one of the things that I took away from our trip to Tokyo is not as many sweatshirts I only saw maybe 2 or 3 styles of sweatshirts, but so many fluffy hats and big like plushy hats and ears and whatnot. Much more variety there. So you're totally right. They lean in heavily to the cute. Lots of pastels. When it comes to Duffy and Friends. So yeah, this is one of those build your own. By the way, with these build your own, I've seen more and more people are embracing the design, not only to wrap around the headband, because that attaches with a little Velcro. You can see the little bands there around the headband. You can actually remove them because it's a build your own. Well, people are beginning to take those and strap them to the tie on your tennis shoe, that one that's right there across the toes. And so when you walk, you have like the little character right there on your toes, like the puffs of Tinkerbell's shoes. So so having some more fun. I think you could strap it to your bag if you wanted, have it up by your shoulder. So yeah, Duffy, if you're a fan of Duffy and Friends, you need to head over to one of Disney's parks there in China, Hong Kong, or Japan, because you will have plenty to bring back.
Yes.
Purses, ears, hats.
While we're on that image, that looks so familiar. It's the Disneyland 60, right? Like it's almost exactly the same. So,
That's funny.
I mean, this thing is huge. Like, you can see how big it is. So I'm sure that is also just as incredible. But as soon as I saw that, I was like, we have one of those.
That's
Just
funny. Okay, so they're
different
leading into
logo.
that same kind of dynamic for the 20th there in Hong Kong. Okay, these ear hats are adorable.
Yeah, they really are. I like the colors too. Like they're
And
very eye-catching and not in an obnoxious way. Like I don't know that I would want to wear the hats, but I wouldn't mind owning them.
and these are you can tell by the little attachments. These are key hats. Those are really common over there. I noticed a lot of the little like ear. They had miniaturized ear hats as
Mhm.
key fob, key rings, as well as the like miniaturized treats. And the bags, people's bags were heavily decorated with lots of these little keepsake that you could hang on the bag. So, and I mean, I couldn't believe how many people were walking around with like a bag and they'd have dozens of plush, like
Yeah.
the little plush just hanging from it. It was amazing how much stuff people were carrying with them as they were walking the park. It was kind of wild. No water bottles though. That's still an American thing to me. I didn't
Yes.
see that when we were in France at Disneyland Paris, and I didn't see that when we were at Tokyo Disney either. Water bottles seem to be a much more of an American dynamic. So cookies. This is another
Yes.
thing you can buy plenty of while you're overseas at the Tokyo Resort. Oh, this
Yes.
is Hong Kong. Sorry, Hong Kong
Well,
too.
yeah, but I mean, you can get them in Tokyo too. That, yeah, the various cookie assortments. Sometimes there's a chocolate assortment, or dried fruits even. Like it's quite interesting and so different from what we usually have.
So these are some of the items that are coming for the 20th anniversary of Hong Kong. We also have video of the celebration parade that they have during this anniversary season, and other images. Some of our team is over there in Hong Kong right now. So be sure to check out this channel. And if you are a fan of all things Disney, be sure to hit the subscribe button so you're notified when new videos like that are happening. Because in the past few days, we've had videos pop up from Tokyo Disneyland, from Star Wars Celebration, from Hong Kong Disneyland's 20th celebration, and over at Disneyland Paris, they just launched a new music festival. Videos of all of that have been popping up right here. And if you aren't subscribed, you'll miss out on the notifications for that. So I want to ask you to go ahead and subscribe so you keep up on all those things. Speaking of anniversaries, over at Tokyo Disneyland, it's the 42nd, and we
Hmm.
actually had a chance to see some of the, and my son actually ended up bringing this particular T-shirt home with him.
It's a good
But
shirt. And I
it
know
was
you're gonna do a show and tell, but I did want to just like look over some of these items that are themed specifically to the anniversary. But
excuse
yeah,
me while
like
I lean off screen because
I know you're
I
good.
was, I was trying to here. I'll make myself big so y'all
Yeah,
can see. Here we go. For
that's so
the
cute.
42nd anniversary, they leaned into PhilharMagic
Mhm.
design. And so a lot of the elements, they had some plush with Donald in the tuba. The T-shirt had the various musical celebrations
Yes.
that featured uh, music. Yeah, the
Mhm.
various musical celebrations throughout the years. Those are on the back of that T-shirt that we were looking at. They also, you had pins. They like to do the vehicles, so you had a special vehicle during this. Becca, when you go to Tokyo, what's kind of what do you lean into when it comes to merchandise? Because they have such a variety.
They do have a variety. I'm drawn to, I mean, some of the apparel, but probably more of the like the magnets and like the plush. That's usually what I really like. What about you?
For me, it's the home goods. I love the variety of like cups and dishes and stationery items that they offer. So you can see the full collection that we spotted there in the little shop in Fantasyland, in the article, in the link that we have included below. My computer is also apparently having jet lag because I'm
It's
clicking on
tired.
links and they're not popping up for me. Ah, coming soon to theaters.
Yes.
Lilo and Stitch live action.
So that means there's new Stitch products, like this adorable plush, the Many Moods Stitch plush that has expressive features, and his eyes, of course, light up there. So you see the hearts. There's over 50 sounds and reactions. I can
Oh
see this
wow.
being a very, very popular item for kids and collectors.
Part plush, part emoji.
Yeah, right? Like seriously.
So this is like
And
a
that's
life-size Stitch. Almost
yes, which
bigger than life.
I mean, like, if you don't have a dog, this is something that everything to me looks like Rigby. It's ridiculous. And her ears are big, not Stitch big, but every once in a while she has these expressions, and then we'll see something with Stitch, and I'm like, this looks like my dog. So
Oh, how funny. Oh, a variety of vinyl figures representing moments in the film. We've got the Lego set of Lilo's house, along with a collection of minifigs. Of course, the ILY series
yes.
with the adorable onesie, Stitch
Yeah,
onesie.
it's so cute.
While we were in Tokyo, some people, you could rent like Super Mario Karts to drive around town. And one of the guys driving Super Mario Kart was in I want to say it was a Tigger onesie. And it was just
That's a weird mashup.
such a thing to like see. Other people were dressed in various Disney cosplays, so they were clearly, visually, I would say they were American tourists who are Disney
Okay.
fans who also were touring Tokyo in a fun way in the Super Mario Karts. But yeah, it was a bit of fun. Oh, little hearts in his eyes.
I know. I think this is gonna be a fun movie. I'm excited to see this film. I think we're gonna have a really good version of Stitch.
And I'm hoping that I'm like cautiously optimistic after the previews and the various ads that they've had. It looks like a lot of fun. I know for some kids it's more approachable. For whatever reason, I'm finding that some of the littles I'm encountering are leaning more into these live action representations of the Disney characters than the animation, which blows my mind. But you know, it's what they're gravitating towards. Not all, just some.
Right.
Oh, here we go.
There we go.
Then
That's what Rigby needs.
it's like Rigby in a twinsy bed.
Yeah, exactly.
So if you're a fan of Stitch, prepare your wallet.
Yes.
Kirsten, prepare your wallet. It's going to be a tough time to hold on to your money. If you're a Stitch fan, you're going to have ways to consume.
Mm-hmm.
Adorable. These are gummies with Stitch.
I know.
And Lilo.
I know.
And Go-Gurt. I
Yep.
love Go-Gurt. Are you a fan of Go-Gurt?
I like it. It's not my go-to.
Yeah. Oh man, me and the SpongeBob Go-Gurt flavors.
Okay.
That's my I love that as a snack. Oh, even bath bombs. You can relax with a fizzy passion fruit bath bomb, and there's a surprise inside. So maybe like a little Stitch figure. When it dissolves, sometimes they like to hide things like that inside these bath bombs. We've also got flavored lip gloss. Let's see. Do they tell me what flavors?
I know, right?
No, but it's plant-based. So it's a vegan, so you don't have to worry about that when you're licking your lips. Oh, you can cuddle in a little Stitch chair.
Yeah, I remember my friend had chairs like that. Not Stitch, but those like character face ones. It's so interesting.
So if you are a fan of Stitch, You can check out that article for more. Meanwhile, my computer's locked up for a moment.
Oh
So
no.
yeah. So you can start talking about what's next, Becca, and I'll try and get over to it.
Yeah, this week Loungefly launched a new Tangled collection in celebration of the film, and I think that is also on a 15th anniversary this year, which is just mind blowing to me. But yeah, they sent us some stuff to preview and to write about and share as it launched, so that was super exciting. But there's a couple of new bags. Mini backpacks, and then there's a wallet as well. So the wallet and there's one mini backpack that are exclusive to Loungefly or loungefly.com. And these are really cute. It's like a book theme, and on the backpack straps, it's scalloped to look almost like braids. I think it's just fantastic. So yes, isn't that super fun? Like it's a scalloped backpack strap.
Wow, there it is. Okay.
Yeah. There's another photo in the, further on in the it looks like it'll be number 9 when we finally get to it. But yeah, some fun lining to go along with the theme of Tangled. And so yes, this book right? Isn't it cute? That's cute. The first time I've seen them do scalloped straps like that.
I love Rapunzel. I came back with a lot of Rapunzel gear from our trip. So because she is featured in Fantasy Springs as an attraction, and also the Snuggly Duckling is a quick service option there in Fantasy Springs. So it was fun to see Rapunzel in an attraction. Wow, I do not know why
it's not wanting to go forward.
Why my computer is locking up on me. Our tour guide actually is we took a tour of Tokyo one of the days that we were there out beyond the Tokyo Disney resorts, and our tour guide is a fan of Rapunzel. She actually has been featured in Disney Fan magazine that they have there in Japan for her recreation of Rapunzel decor in her room, in her home.
Oh, that's amazing.
So yeah, so it was pretty fun. Got to talk Disney with our Japanese tour guide. But our friends over at Roosevelt's have a spooky, and I know surprisingly under that Disney umbrella with the 20th century acquisition. What are we highlighting here, Rebecca?
This is their Roosevelt's first ever Alien collection. That shirt, I think, sold out on the first day. I haven't checked to see if it's been restocked. I have a coworker who loves Alien and Predator, and I showed her some of these shirts. I was like, would you wear that with the xenomorph on it? She's like, yes. I'm like, okay, not me. There's a Roper shirt, like you can see right there, with a very cool green. I don't think it actually glows, but it looks like it could. Right. That's going to be that snap shirt. But this is Roosevelt's signature Kunu Flex button downs. And if you like that creepy kind of mysterious world of Alien, this collection is here now, and it's perfect timing because April 26th is Alien Day, which it's one of these fan holidays because of the planet LV 426, where the xenomorphs hail from. So 426, like we do Stitch Day 626 and Star Wars Day, all that fun stuff. So yeah, this is a pretty fun collection. There is a cutesy one on there. Yeah, face huggers on the one side. Like, I don't know.
a little too much spooky for you, Becca?
I mean, I've seen the first film and I've seen Prometheus, and I didn't dislike them, but they're not films that I'm like, yeah, let's watch those again. So.
Yeah, these are way beyond my comfort zone. So I have my only exposure to Alien is thanks to the Great Movie Ride.
Yeah,
that is it. That is all.
Yes.
So these are from Roosevelt's. If you are a fan of Roosevelt's, not maybe a fan of Alien, wanted to let you know that at Downtown Disney, we spotted the Darth Vader Roosevelt's design look at the layering of the pattern here.
Yeah, their designers are, or maybe it's just one, but I assume there's a team. Their designers are fantastic, and they all of these images are licensed, so this is all officially licensed merchandise that they have here. But yeah, just incredible what they're able to do.
I love how they lean into not only the familiar designs, but they like to reach into the archives and pull out concept images as well. So you kind of, in some cases, you'll get almost like a little history of the character within the pattern. So shout out to our friends at Roosevelt. They often provide gear to the team here. So we're big fans. Not only do we spend our own money on their designs, but they've also been known to provide a few to the team here as well. Just around the corner is Mother's Day, and Disney stores got some items that might be appropriate for the Disney mom out there.
Yes, they do. And for a limited time, I think through Sunday, select Mother's Day gifts are 30% off. And you don't even need a code. It's just already discounted. So this is the week to do your shopping.
Definitely. There's items for the home. You've got various little canisters or coasters. Of course, we've seen these gadgets before, right? The little Figment egg slicer. There was a timer that looked like a teacup. So, if you want to bring a little bit of Disney to the kitchen, because maybe mom enjoys baking a few things for the family, make it a little bit more Disney fun for her. Oh, thanks, Donna. We appreciate being back. I know I enjoy it when I've got some Disney magic in my kitchen. Oh, I love this ornament.
I know, it's so good, and it's like perfect all year round. Like you could definitely put it on your tree, but it's also like great for the mantle or a bookshelf or any place.
Mom could have it on her desk, remind her of the family trips you've taken. So, maybe mom needs a new magic band. Maybe, oftentimes, I know in my family, I know not all families have different dynamics. In my family, mom was our group activity leader. So she was the one who made sure our Disney trips, we really maximized the magic. So maybe you can pick up something a little bit more for her efforts there. So there you go.
And there's some jewelry as well. There's some Dooney and Burke items. I don't believe any of the higher end or more glamorous items are part of that 30% off sale, but you might stumble upon something that's in that sweet spot for you. But either way, these are gorgeous and just a fun way for mom to represent Disney, with her jewelry, with her personal style.
For sure. So you can check out the link below for a variety of items. Even if you're not buying for mom, you can take advantage of the 30% off if you're buying within that category, and save yourself some money shopping at Disney right now. Next up, we've got some Marvel.
Yes. Now, this is a show we've been up to date with almost all of the Disney Plus Marvel shows. We have not yet jumped into Daredevil. There was just too much going on, too many other things we were watching. So I am not current on Daredevil, but this is the Daredevil with his mask off Funko Pop that is exclusive to Entertainment Earth. I think he looks pretty good. This is inspired by the new series. So
there you go.
Appreciate that. And I believe it's Matt Murdock is the name.
Okay.
So
if you need
as the character,
another Funko to throw in that Funko wall.
Absolutely.
Right? That's what we use these for. We build our Funko walls. Over at the Disney store, you can celebrate the anniversary of Empire Strikes Back. You can take a trip to Hoth via a jersey. I say anniversary, but it's like I guess it is.
So this is leading up to May the 4th. They've already started dropping stuff, and there's going to be like 10 more separate collections or drops coming on May the 4th. But you're right. This is the 45th anniversary of Empire Strikes Back, and there's going to be 2 drops, one at midnight and one at 8 a.m. on May 4th. So we'll be bringing more of that, including a Leia and R2D2 doll set, like limited edition doll. Yeah. Yeah. Actually, let me pull that up while I will send that to you
while I was out of town. Oh, that's exciting. Okay, I'm excited.
I mean, we haven't written about it yet. I'm just like overwhelmed.
Oh, yay. Okay. I had a Leia doll when I went back in. I say I have a Leia doll somewhere in my storage because I did not get rid of my Leia doll that I bought when I was 5 years old. She has been well loved. She is, but yeah, it was awkward because she was bigger than the Barbie doll back then, so she couldn't share Barbie's clothes. So I really only had the white Leia dress for her ever. I didn't have any other wardrobe for her. And she had some white ballerina slippers. She was flat-footed, unlike Barbie, who had that natural, I'm wearing a high heel, dynamic to her foot. Yeah, no, poor Leia was just a big flat foot.
Poor Leia.
But I had her and I had Luke. I had a Luke and I had a Leia. I wanted Han, but my parents bought me Luke and Leia. So, and she had this like plastic donut so that you could take the doll hair and wrap it around and give her buns, but I could never figure out how to do it. So she always just had the straight brown hair, but it looks just like Carrie Fisher, the doll.
That's so cool.
The face on the doll was really well done. So
that is so cool.
So, but in the meantime, while Becca looks for that, I'm going to show you the beautiful blue of Hoth. Look at that.
Yes.
Ice cool blue with the Loungefly backpack, or we've got the ears here as well. By the way, you may notice over here in the sidebar on Laughing Plays, it says live blog, Star Wars Celebration 2025. If you visit the front page and you click on that, you will get to see all the various tweets and live posts that we had from the blog, as well as links to our content throughout the event, because we were on hand. We had several team members there at Celebration to bring you all the news and information that was coming out of Celebration. Were you able to find that link, Becca?
Yeah, I sent you. So it's not the doll link, it's to the Disney Store page, but I did get the photo and I dropped that in I sent that to you, not on StreamYard here, but
I gotcha.
There's a limited edition Leia doll that's going to be coming soon. Yeah, I don't know how to share that in here.
No problem. I'm just having a computer challenge, so I was going to see if I could pull it up here. Give me a moment. Let's see.
So yeah, it's there's so much stuff. Yes, there's the doll, and then there's going to be a couple of lightsaber drops. Yeah, I know it doesn't actually, like, there's not the item yet, we go. But yeah, isn't that so cool?
Oh wow!
So it's Hoth Leia. Yes, like the best version of Leia. Sorry, I love Leia in every iteration, but there's just something like really cool about her as at the start of Empire Strikes Back. So.
Okay, this is feeling more animated Leia than live action Leia.
Okay, I can see that. But you get R2D2 as well.
I love it. Okay, I'm excited. That's exciting. If you didn't make it to Star Wars Celebration, a collection of the items are available in some cases for pre-order over at Amazon. So we wanted to make sure that you were aware of that, including this great way to display your dot.
Yeah, that is pretty cool.
In the TIE Fighter. Yeah, I like these fun ways to showcase your Amazon Alexa devices. Okay, so I don't have a Sensational 7 this week because I was at Tokyo Disneyland with the family. But I wanted to kind of share with you all what I learned on this trip in regards to merchandise. Because I went there with a specific goal in mind, and that was I needed a new zip hoodie. My zip hoodies are beginning to fray at the cuff. And so I was like, I'm going to get one at Tokyo. But here's what I discovered. When it comes to merchandise, I found they didn't have as large of a variety in t-shirts and sweatshirts as we do in the American parks. There was a much small, in fact, I only really saw one zip hoodie design the time I was there. I saw a couple of sweatshirt designs, but as far as zip hoodie went, I just saw one. Which that surprised me. I wasn't anticipating that. I know that culturally, the Japanese tend to shy away from a lot of bold designs in general. So they really showcase kind of that personality, brightness, and whatnot. I guess kind of more when you're at the parks. When you're walking the streets of Tokyo, you don't see as much of the really bold, what I think of as typically American design within the wardrobe. And so that was reflected, I found, in the merchandise. I'm much fewer merchandise choices, t-shirts wise, sweatshirts wise, in comparison. However, I will tell you that these little hand towels, these come in the variety of designs that you will find American t-shirts at Disney parks. And I also found that the restrooms did not have paper towels and very few hand dryers. And most people that I saw were carrying these, and they would just dry their hands and throw it in the bag. And then they would just use their own towel throughout their visit. So first stop, I think, should be find the one you like, because you're going to use it during your trip. So don't wait and take it home as a souvenir. Get it at the beginning of your trip. And like I say, they had some that were in packs, like representing the new attraction. So you'd have like 3 different designs representing the new attraction. In my case, this is a line that they had that also came in. It did come in a t-shirt, by the way. This one is called Tokyo Disney Resort Happiness in the Sky. And it was like a salute to all Disney balloons. And I love Disney balloons. So I got the hand towel. And then my second piece of advice is when you are at the Disney Resort, there are a wide variety of popcorn flavors. And we hear about those all the time. Do you have a go-to, Becca, from your trip? Do you remember one being one you liked in particular?
It's so ridiculous. There was one called corn pottage. So it was like corn flavored popcorn, which sounds like it's not going to be anything. It was so good. Aside from that, we had one that was if Kyle's watching, maybe he remembers the name, but it was those umami flavors. And so it had like a little bit, like there was a nice slow burn to it. It was quite delicious. So I like their savory popcorn. What about you?
I found, so we tried a Neapolitan mix, which was strawberry chocolate, vanilla. We tried salted caramel. We tried regular caramel. We tried curry, honey. We didn't try the corn. I did see it. I did see the corn pottage. We didn't try the corn pottage. I also saw the soy sauce and butter. The lines for the popcorn carts in many cases were quite long, so I was selective about which ones.
Yes.
I liked the honey one.
Okay.
And
yeah.
It was super. I mean, it was very much like honey. But what surprised me is I knew that Tokyo Disney Resort had beautiful popcorn buckets. I mean, here's the one that I'll share with you the one that Gideon picked. So he picked one that's like a map design, and see, it's dimensional. So you can see like the little stuff kind of pops up. And it had like the various lands represented all around. And then on the strap, it had the Mickey and Friends kind of touring the park. Well, what I didn't know about the variety of popcorn buckets is that they're all there at once. So there's this place in Tokyo, in Tomorrowland called Big Pop. And it had like almost all of them were available in that one shop. And so they have the hard-sided ones, or they had a couple that are soft-sided. And I would highly recommend early on in your trip, if you enjoy popcorn, don't get me wrong, if you enjoy popcorn,
Right.
is they have like a soft-sided one that's about the same size as a popcorn bucket. And so then you can easily just set your popcorn bucket, your popcorn box in here. And it's an easy way to have your popcorn with you. And then you can enjoy it throughout your trip. And it won't be messy. They even have a little pocket on the back because they have tongs. You can get tongs to eat your popcorn. So you don't have to get the sticky fingers. So awesome. I loved it.
I know. Like they thought of everything. Or like the gum, if you've purchased gum, there's like little pieces of paper inside. So when you're done with your gum, you just like you don't have to go looking for a wrapper. You've got the little paper inside to like it's so smart. And that's not just Disney. Well, I guess they don't have gum at Disney parks, but just like it's incredible how thoughtful all of these items are.
On the flip side, one of the things that is very different for us as American visitors, there's the Big Ben popcorn bucket. That's the one that our friend Alex picked up. It's amazing. It is atypical to, except for the popcorn, to grab and eat, to eat on the run.
Yes.
You eat and where you buy your food. So wherever there's a place to buy food, whether it's a cart or a kiosk or whatnot, there's lots of places to sit, and that's where the trash cans are. You do not find trash cans every 12 paces or whatever it is at Disney parks. That's such a mental adjustment.
We were in Tokyo proper, and we went to, so this was back in 2014. We went for our anniversary to Tokyo, and yeah, it was crazy. We went to a Starbucks and we got a Frappuccino. We were there for a few minutes and we're like, okay, let's take it and go, because that's what we always do. We carried that cup around for almost the rest of the day because there was nowhere to throw it out. And it was like, what do we do? Like, yep. Yes, you're absolutely right. And amazingly, everything is still so clean. Like, it's just absolutely fascinating.
And in part, it's because if you think about it, if you eat where you buy, then you're not carrying it around. So you're not going to end up with the just, I'm tired of carrying it, drop it on the ground, kind of dynamic that can happen. Even if you do have trash cans, people don't do it, people aren't that attentive. Hi, Ruben.
Miss you. Sorry, Doobie.
No. The other thing I wanted to share is the monorail is a form of true transportation. So you buy a ticket when you're using the monorail between the hotels or between the resort, and they have different designs, and the machine that you step up to has that design on the machine. So be aware before you get in the queue for which one. And so like in our case, I picked up one for It's a Small World with Groot, which I loved more than it deserved. And I loved it. And the 42nd anniversary design. I think we got another one that was Duffy, and one that was the Vehicle Factory, the celebrating the Vehicle Factory. Let's see. Then the last thing I wanted to share this time, I'll share more next week, but the last thing I want to share this time is that, because these are like my things that as a tourist you may think of as a souvenir, but I want you to think about it before you get there so you're ready. So that's your monorail ticket. Think about the fact that you want to choose a design of a monorail ticket. Pick up a towel for the dry your hands so you're not just constantly walking around shaking off wet hands or wiping them on your pants. And consider getting your popcorn case. I didn't want to have to carry around a hard bucket, right? So I bought the hard bucket that I wanted to take home, but I made sure to pick up a soft one so that I could carry it with me the rest of my trip to keep trying all those yummy popcorns. And then lastly is be aware of the special celebration that's going on, because they have a variety of items attached to it. For example, when you buy your dessert during Donald's Quacky Duck City, they had at in Tomorrowland this little moose. You could add on the souvenir cup for a small fee to get the cup, or if you got the cream cake, you could add on the little plate. And these are beautiful little mugs. Oh, I didn't get. This is my big regret of the trip, is not getting this Quacky Duck City mug, because that was a day one visit, and I wasn't yet aware of the love and value that is the dessert and item. But over at Fantasy Springs, we ended up picking up. You see, it comes in the mug like this. You pick it up off the buffet. In this case, it was like a little buffet, and you selected the dessert, and then see how they have it inside the little cup.
Yep.
So see, my day one, I was thinking like an American. I'm like, I don't want to carry around a dirty mug all day, so I didn't pick up the duck one. Then I discovered this brilliance that is the little cup inside the cup.
It's really so thoughtful for the consumer.
So that's what. So I came home with one from Fantasy Springs that had Rapunzel, Anna and Elsa, and Peter Pan. These are the rides, the properties that are reflected in the rides. So there you go. And then at one of the restaurants, they had one that was simply Rapunzel. I think this was from the Snuggly Duckling. I got the one, it was just Rapunzel with all of her beautiful like art and sketches. And see, this is a traditional American coffee mug. And then here's my little Japanese mug. And then the last one we picked up was this one from the Queen of Hearts in Fantasyland at Tokyo Disneyland. And so it has the Queen of Hearts logo on it. And on the base of it, this one says Tokyo Disneyland, because that's where we picked that one up. And this one says Tokyo Disney Sea, because that's where we got that one. And then the Fantasy Springs one has a Fantasy Springs Tokyo Disney Sea logo on it. So that's my pointers for the American Disney tourist traveling over. Oh, Ruben says got the plate from the Queen of Hearts. There you go.
Oh, yeah. That's so cool.
So that's what I'm going to share with you this week from the trip. We bought a lot of other merchandise that I'll share next week and kind of showcase a little bit more of what some of the differences are between what you would bring home for souvenirs from Tokyo Resort versus America. But wanted to kind of start off with those initial ones. Let's see, Becca, what do you have for us?
I've got more stuff, a lot more stuff. We have today's Tuesday pin drop at Disney Store. The special Earth Day pin has already sold out, but you can still see an image of it. It's Pocahontas and Miko, and then there's a couple of other designs as well. We talked about the Toy Story collection at Box Lunch, and we have previously talked about the Toy Story collection at the Disney parks. Now that's at Disney Store, so you can see what's available there. If you're into the Dooney and Burke collection, there's a Disney Store exclusive ear headband and mini backpack that has all sorts of Disney character hats. It's really fun. Cuddlies, there's just a new wave of these adorable squeezable plush that arrived at Disney Store this week. And then Disney Store also welcomed the Disney Pets Loungefly. That's another one of these, just not like I guess like a one-off. And it's actually really cute. It's cats and dogs, and they have these big glowing eyes. It's adorable. Baymax Loungefly Pastel Collection. Or Baymax has joined the Loungefly Pastel collection, so he's the latest addition there. Figment is coming next month. And then we talked a little bit about all of the different places we've been this past month. Well, there's a new music festival at Disneyland Paris, and we've got pictures of some of the merchandise for that. Alex has done one of our more recent LP on location series, and he checked out the Disney Playhouse, which had some throwback toys, some stuff from Little Mermaid, from Lilo and Stitch, and from a Goofy movie. And then Star Wars, because of the Star Wars celebration, there was a new wave of vintage collection and Black Series figures from Hasbro. These are available now for pre-order or will be coming soon. Some at Entertainment Earth, some at other retailers. So we've kind of got a roundup of all of that. And then finally, coming to Savi's workshop at both Walt Disney World and Disneyland Galaxy Edge locations, there's the reclaimed and reforged lightsaber hilt set. So this is that experience where you get to make your own. And so these are some new pieces that will be available for a limited time, I believe, starting on Star Wars Day, May 4th. So lots of exciting stuff.
Speaking of Star Wars, it's Star Wars Celebration when you're getting to your plane, and when they ask for the first class boarders, Hayden Christensen walks by you on his way to the airplane. You're like, okay, it's Star Wars time. This is pretty fun. So got to see him making his way back to the States after Star Wars Celebration. So that was pretty cool, because we were not among the LP team members at the event itself. We were still playing at Disney parks while they were all working Celebration. So it was nice to get a little bit of that Star Wars magic, even though we hadn't been at Celebration. Let's see. Tonight, I think we are having trivia here on. Okay, I'm sorry. This is funny. He may not have the high gravity as Rusty. Good point. Doobie did tell him that he appreciated his performance in what is one of Doobie's favorite films, Shattered Glass. Doobie loves Shattered
Okay.
Glass. So he made sure.
I know you from the thing that not everybody else knows you.
Yeah, no, Doobie's like, Doobie loves that movie. So he was very happy to be able to say to him how much he appreciated his role in that film. Let's see. So tonight there's going to be some trivia from a very jet-lagged Doobie and Gideon. I am sure they will share more of their Tokyo adventures during that. Around here at Laughing Place, you'll hear more about Tokyo Disneyland as we sift through the thousands of photos and videos that we took of our trip. We're eager to share with you what we learned, as most of my family were first-time visitors to Tokyo. So we will be sharing that with all of you. In the meantime, check out Laughing Place. We've got tremendous video of Wall-E's appearance at Pixar Place Hotel. I keep getting the name wrong. Pixar Place Hotel at Disneyland Resort. He's posing for photos. It's Earth Day. He's posing for photos. It's so adorable. And we've got the video, so be sure to check that out. We will be here next week for more talk about Disney merchandise. Thanks as always, Becca, for gathering up these assets and the show notes. Appreciate it always.
Well, thank you for having all of this awesome stuff to talk about too. Like, I want to go back to Tokyo. So this has been a fun little revisit to that resort.
We will see you all next time. Bye.